Always stand below a module you just put up. So we've got a few things we can double check on as we're going around. How is the top of your module lining up with your calculated module edge that you've chalked out? One versus the other, so they should be pretty consistent. And then of course your measurement. Now you don't want to rely entirely on your measurement because the rail could have migrated, you know, a 1/4 inch or so down. So we've got a couple other things we can verify. One of them is going to be the string line that we're going to square them with. So this guy's just a placeholder. We're not connecting him electrically in. He's just going to help us line up. The other thing you can do is, you know, you're looking at visually, is your cell line lining up one bolt to the other? Yep. Next step is the string line. So what I've done is I've put in my 2 placeholder modules, or rather module 1, which is connected, and placeholder module that will reposition when we get down here. The reason for that is we're going to put a string line right across the top, nice and tight, that's going to keep us square, and we're knowing that we're in the proper alignment for each module as we put it in. So it's an alignment tool that we're going to install from the beginning. And you have any gap between the string and the top of that?
I think that's good.
Good. Okay, so we've got the 2 modules in to start the array, at least start row 1 of the array. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the end clamp that I had used previously to adjust the module to be exact with a loosely fitting mid clamp. The mid clamp I explained earlier, it's got the bonding area to it. You want to have it nice and loose when you put it in. Loosen off the nut, rocker in the nut just like we did with the rail. Actually the profile that exists on the side of the rail is the same as on the top. So it uses this K-nut the whole way through. So the K-nut rockers in and then clips up, and this is the position. And then from there you can just slide it in. See, it's nice and loose sitting on the module frame. The looseness is going to allow us to put the next module in and have it tilted for a little bit while we do the wiring and cable management of the modules. And that's how the workflow is going to proceed. Somebody gets a module from the bottom, guy up top is ready to receive it. He's got zip ties in hand, cable snips, ratchet, and he's going to essentially help place this in. And because we've got this rope, the string line up top, it should be real fast. Okay, so we've got our mid clamps in place. Let's go get the second module.
This is just...
Okay, so we finished up the first row of modules, and we've got our home run positive string coming from the far end of the module down, and you can see it's left here. And now Ito's just placing a junction box, a deep FX. It's called a deep FS box, and this is a temporary placement of a box because what's going to take its place is the rapid shutdown module that's going to work with the inverter, and that's the new code requirement for 2015 electrical code. We need to have rapid shutdown on the roof for a string inverter, and so what that's going to do is it's going to essentially right next to the array eliminate that string voltage if the sun is out. So the intent behind the rule is if it's sunny like today and the house is on fire, firefighters that come and fight the fire don't want to have to question if there's an energized solar circuit somewhere in the house that they're not aware of. And in order to safely shut down, we're going to have basically a shutdown that will eliminate that string voltage right at the array level.